Keeper Library. Trying to get access to Keeper Compound to do some investigation. And again, I don't understand this either. Why are you showing me these map pieces that I'm clearly not in? We have a Keeper Sanctuary map, or rather both the compound and the library. So why doesn't the game have any way of basically tracking what map I am on and automatically provide the correct one for that? Instead, it wasn't that big of a deal when we started this game, but now that we start to have a fairly large selection of maps, it is somewhat annoying. It's more perplexing to me because it does do exactly that on certain maps. On missions, then it all often does that. But when you're sort of running around the city, it has no clue what to do.
Come to think of it, I don't think the reports from the Thariv expedition were ever filed. But then, why would
Odd sound.
Metros say they were?
Indeed. I saw that. Come forward and explain your... Ah! My eyes!
What the?
Who's that?
Strange noise.
Whoa! Oh, can't see! I think my eyesight is... Yes. Returning.
I knew. Oh, we both know you can do better. You betrayer!
Look, he's trying to escape. We should...
Yeah, this didn't... I have no idea what's happening here.
Whoa! Where did you go? Whoa! Where do you think you can go? You will die!
Well, what good was that then?
I better inform the others.
I have no... Ooh. No idea... What the fuck? No idea where I am here. Would I be here this time? It sort of didn't make any sense, this map, when I was here the first time. But maybe it'll make sense now. Should be fairly... How do you get to the Keeper compound? Old quarter passage. Yeah, doesn't really tell us much.
What was that? Haha! Who is there? And revealed at last. Arm yourself. You can outrun a keeper. Must be going.
Yeah, we're gonna have to load anyway. There's just too many people here for me to easily take care of in any kind of a silent manner.
Odd sound.
Indeed. Who is there? Answer me. Revealed at last. Arm yourself.
Fuck these guys. I'm really trying to do you a favor.
Too many distractions.
Well, south is the only thing where we can go, so can't do much about the lighting situation on there.
If I hear one more whispered conversation, I'm going to scream. I mean, really, is everything a secret around here?
Doesn't look like we have a lot of choice here anyway. Almost all paths are guarded by someone.
Xavier would never have allowed it, but times
I
are
guess
different, and Orland is first keeper now.
Noise arrow could make a difference, but outside that, no. Only one path to move forward.
Hard to know what to think, with each elder telling a different tale. But I think it's clear. Some of the glyphs are changing. But why?
This stage, I don't think it really matters what's gonna happen with the keepers. I'm not gonna go out of my way to try to steal things though. I'm not gonna go out of my way to not steal though. That's all I'm saying. So if good looks loot is coming our way, we're gonna take it. She's the only one here. Yes, I don't see any reason to try to disrupt her. It's easily avoided. Ooh, maps maybe. No, can't interact with them. What then?
Orland's tunnel was right where I was told it would be. I haven't been in the
Keeper compound mission. Fine. Orland, your concerns about allowing Garrett among us are well founded. I too have grave concerns. Could he be the brethren and betrayer? Only the glyphs would give up their secrets more readily. Watch him carefully. A thief could do irreparable damage to our situation. We must guard our precious knowledge. Assigned C. Would that be Kataka? I'm not sure that would be the obvious choice. Yep.
Orland's tunnel was right where I was told it would be. I haven't been in the Keeper compound since my trial. It's a sprawling complex right in the heart of the city, hidden by glyphs. Orland has the compound on alert, so they'll be armed and ready for intruders. Me, that is. So much for working together. I know I didn't kill Kataka, but someone did, and my money's on Orland. He fixed the trial and sent the assassins after me, and the fallen clock tower points right to his office. Brethren and betrayer suddenly makes sense. But suspicions aren't enough, so tonight I'll do some snooping. And if a little Keeper wealth ends up in my pockets, all the better. Orland's place is on the top floor. No surprise, he's always liked looking down on people. Artemis has a room near the dormitories. I should search there, too. And I'd better check the scene of Kataka's murder. One last thing. The Keeper Council meets tonight. If I can stay awake, I might learn something.
I don't think it's Orland, or not just Orland. It's the opening. Glyphs are. It was the glyphs were changing. That's the important part. And some of the people who were writing them are basically trying to get rid of the evidence of that, or abandoning at least the papers there. So there has to be a reason for this. I feel that we basically know nothing at this point what's going on. And I'm wondering, is it because there's still a lot of the game left, or is it because the story has us sort of clueless for a long time, and then only at the final minutes we'll have some idea what's really going on.
It has been centuries, has it not?
278 years, Keeper Vorik. I read my histories. Though, of course, there have been the unexplained disappearances.
The Council must respond to this, quickly and decisively. Come, let us take our places. And when the vote comes, I trust you will step forward with me to be counted. We will need every vote in favor we can muster. Attendance in the Council is lacking.
The coming of the third dawn shall be seen upon the land as the beginning of the end, as the opening of the unwritten times. The order of the glyphs shall be touched by the ancient and the wretched, and the words of the glyphs shall unwind.
Wonder what they have left to decide. Maybe I can persuade a few keepers to vote my way.
Until further notice, all glyph doors shall be sealed. Until the Brethren and the Betrayer has been dealt with, we cannot allow unfettered travel through our compound. Acolytes should take care to travel in pairs and remain vigilant. Where exactly is this going? Orland is on the top though. So what's on the bottom?
Fellow Keepers, many of us are called elsewhere this night, but for those that remain, I now bring this council to order.
The question we consider first is whether access to Catechus' chambers shall be proscribed. Shall we remove a guard from the Grand Hall and set him to guard the scene of Interpreter Catechus' murder?
Garrett will no doubt seek to return to the scene of his crime. Let us place a guard, ensuring an end to his malice for once and all.
A guard will hardly stop Garrett, and will only cause trouble for our own work.
The violence in the city is growing. We need not add to it by arming our own against each other.
Let Catechus' memory retain some privacy. There is nothing to be gained by picking over her rooms. Place a guard that they might warn away those whose curiosity outweighs their respect.
Well spoken, all. Weigh all that you have heard, and all that you know in consideration. Remember, a majority vote is needed to take action. If your vote is to be yes, you must step forward and be counted. If your vote is to be no, remain unseen in your alcove. And the question before us is, do you wish to have Catechus' chambers guarded? Keepers, make your decisions known now. The decision of the Council is yes. None shall be permitted entry to Catechus' chambers, and a guard shall be directed to ensure that this is so. The second issue at hand concerns some books in the Elder Libraries which may shed light on the unwritten times. A proposal has been made to bring these precious volumes upstairs to the Hall of Scribes for further study, and where, under many watchful eyes, we might ensure the safety of these valuable chronicles. It is no secret that there have been disappearances. So, shall these books be moved to the Hall of Scribes?
The only reasonable vote is for the safety of these precious books. They must be moved.
If the unwritten times are truly upon us, then we must learn as much as we can, as quickly as we can. That is best done in the Hall of Scribes, so that more than one can study a volume.
The books are fragile, and will not stand the move or harsh treatment. They've been safe up until now. They should remain where they are.
If there is value, it is in the words, not the paper. And we keepers are not seduced by gold covers. Let them be moved and scribed.
Thank you for all your words. Weigh all that you have heard and all that you know in consideration. And the question before us is, should the books in the Elder's Library be brought to the more populated scribe room for study? The decision of the Council is yes. The books shall be taken from the libraries of the Elders and brought upstairs to the scribes. If there is no further business, we shall adjourn. You have been reassigned. You are to make sure no one approaches the scene of Catechus' murder.
By whose authority?
By the authority of the Council. Now go.
Shit. I have a reason to be here. Guess this is the council room. Dining hall, lower libraries, upper library, dormitory. Seems like Orland's quarters are pretty much separate from everything else, and then there's just loader, Elder's libraries. Orland's quarters, Artemis' quarters, Catechus' murder site. So yeah, seems like the Orland issue is probably something we should do first.
He has so little control. It is unseemly and indicative of someone with ambitions. Not the key.
Moreover, we can get rid of the guards here. We don't have to worry about them looking down at us.
We have much to discuss. His misuse of a Venticles glyph, for instance.
Pretty sure there was at least one guard somewhere here.
Come to think of it, I don't think the reports from the Thariv expedition were ever filed. But then, why would Elder Montrose say they were?
Yeah, secrets, 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 secrets. Too many secrets.
Huh? Hey, I saw something move.
Shit, did not spot that guard at all.
Was that something? Let's just see.
The bastard comes here, there's no way.
I don't see anything now. Perhaps I was mistaken.
They were. You're putting me in a nasty place here, Mr. God. I could have taken care of these two, so they wouldn't have put the guards there. Let's see. The blue flame blazes, the deadly shadows amass. Pendulum swings in wider and wider arcs. Our efforts have garnered not balance but chaos, and the unwritten times will be upon us. The first sign was mapped out in darkness in the return of the trickster. The eye was opened and the city seemed sure to fall into madness. Balance tipped from civilization toward savagery, while the darkness was defeated by the true keeper. Trickery thrown back on the trickster himself. Balance shifted, and the second sign was graven in steel. Iron triumphed over flesh and leaf. And the Hammer faction stood in full force behind a mad prophet. The machine fell to its own power, and the prophet's tongue was stilled. But the pendulum swings yet. Both factions, Greenwood and Machine, will again strive against each other, and the world will turn between them. All will be darkness and shadow, and the future shall be unwritten forever. So basically, I guess the Keeper's ability to foretell future events will basically vanish. So that explains their massive resistance to whatever is happening here, trying to prevent it at all costs, and probably why some of the fortune tellers, or rather interpreters, could be very much fully committed to preventing it from happening. Because the Keeper influence, so I think to a great extent, is relying on exactly the fact that they have glimpses of what is to come, and seem to be getting massive power from the glyphs. So would they lose that power too? At least it makes sense now to me. You could, I guess you could say, to some extent I would understand it in a similar way to basically take your any nation superpower of today and say that they lose their intelligence agency capabilities. Yes, that'll go down well, isn't it? Or they lose their ability of electronic monitoring forever. It's probably something that you become so reliant on, then it's a great advantage. So people involved in that sort of business would probably do whatever they can in an attempt to prevent that from happening. And they wouldn't have to be particularly evil people to try to do it. Quite sensible people could, you just need to acknowledge the utility of the ability, and that's enough of a reason to try to at least make an effort to stop it. At the same time, if you believe in the prophecies, how are you gonna stop it? Wait. North Tower. Olen's quarter is not in the northern tower. We need to go through the council room. Yeah, this is yeah, good luck on getting that health potion.
Indeed. Who is there? Answer me. Could be anything in the darkness there. Why this game you play? Why the hiding? I will have my answers when I find you. You cannot hide from a keeper. You will be found. The culprit has eluded me, but in a place such as this, they will not get far.
Okay. Orland's quarters should be somewhere there. I guess it's right at the top of that. But the North Tower should not lead there. Dormitory, dining hall. Maybe through the Elder Library. Oh no. Okay. Can I get to Orland Square then?
May your knowledge increase.
Fuck. Scribe. Belief Warden Rehan. Have you heard of any further untoward behavior on the part of the glyphs in the scribarium? Be sure to make note of exactly which scribes and which glyphs have proved difficult. Notify me immediately should any further changes occur.
Gone. Could someone have taken it?
You?
Who turned the light off?
Don't you worry about that. Dormitory.
Greetings, Elder. Is Artemis in his room? He asked if he might borrow the letters of the Diocen, but I missed him at the evening meal.
No, Artemis left nearly before dawn, with no word of his return plans.
No word. Orland might find that curious. You've heard the rumors of the Rogue Keepers, a splinter group, or even groups.
Orland would only find it curious if someone were to tell him. And don't you think that there have been more than enough accused already?
Yes, well, if you do see Artemis, tell him that I cannot find the letters. Another must have borrowed them, though I gave no permission.
I will tell him, if I see him.
Who turned the light off?
Eh?
Huh? Is that you? Wait here while I inform the others. Ah! My eyes!
Are you looking this way? %. Yeah, that ain't much.
This looks like Artemis's room. Maybe I can find out where he went.
There is indeed something amiss with Garrett, but I'm not convinced of his guilt. Prophecies do not lie. The clock tower speaks ill of the future. Firstkeeper Orland acts hastily. Balance is no longer within him, and I fear for the future of our order. I could use my Keeper ring to open the passages leading to his quarters, but I suppose I found nothing to validate the intrusion. I can only hope that my night journeys uncover something before I am discovered acting outside protocol. Keeper Morrow has gifted the Order with a set of golden scales. It speaks to what we have become, that such a trinket, precious only for its metal, is so valued. They have been placed on display in the Elder's library. Perhaps I am mistaken, and they will serve to inspire. At last I may have learned something of the one who lies dormant. My investigation may take several days, and I must leave without permission. Will I be the next to be accused of treachery? It hardly matters. I do not even bring my robes and my ring with me, for fear that if I die, our secrets may be compromised. Keeper ring. Exactly our objectives. Okay, Orland, Edeka, loot, specialty items, 0 bomb. That would be Keeper Orland's room then. Keeper Cassandra. I'm anxious to see what is happening in the city of late. Bring me a copy of the reports as quickly as possible. Artemis will use his Keeper ring to provide you access to the passages leading to my quarters. This sort of thing is pretty much, I think, guaranteed in any organization that ends up being in any kind of position of power. It basically starts to attract people of certain type. That where the actual ideals are only paid lip service, really. They don't really either understand them or really care about them. It's about control, power, position. Or don't understand that how you're...
Orland. I wouldn't have thought you were the peeping Tom sort.
Understand that certain type of activities actually threaten what the organization is all about. Journal of First Keeper Orland. I wonder if Kadika keeps secrets even to herself. Twice she has sent me a note with instructions but said nothing in council. Well, maybe the notes aren't from her. But she speaks little beyond prophecy. I'm not pleased that the council allows Garrett back into our midst. He cares nothing for balance or the knowledge we guard. Even Artemis will rue this decision. I take no joy in being proven right about Garrett, for it resulted in the death of my most trusted colleague. Had I stood more strongly against him, Kadika would not now be dead. and none has the skill to take her place as interpreter. Why not? Ooh, it suddenly popped into my mind. There was one of the keeper abilities that was forbidden was shape-shifting. Gamal is far untrained, but she is all we have. I must make arrangements for her promotion. Another note has arrived in the hand I knew as Karuka's. If it is her, no, that is madness. If not her, then who have I obeyed for so long? Our halls are not safe. I bind the keeper door glyph shut, so all must pass in full view. Enforcers have had no luck destroying Garrett. He has learned more of our secrets than we thought. Tonight I shall see if I still remember the art of the unseen. If Garrett is in the city, I shall find him and the enforcers would finish this. With the binding seal still in place and kept safely in my room, no one may enter through the old quarter passage. Only when Garrett is dead shall I melt the seal with fire, lest our safety be compromised. Okay, do we already have the seal? To make the keeper door glyphs usable again, destroy the binding seal in Oral's chorus. Okay, what's the binding seal?
Uh-huh. That seal must be what Orlan's using to hide the door glyphs. Time for me to get rid of it.
Was it fire? New upgrade. What? Ooh. This glyph will allow you to see and open keeper doors. Look for this glyph. Yes, that works. The same ability works again that we had earlier. But clearly Orlan isn't the mastermind. It is some kind of shape-shifting son of a bitch, isn't it? So it could be anyone really. We can't trust anyone. Although, don't know why I'm even really considering it, because the game is not gonna give us any choice in the matter. It's going to function more as an explanation than anything else. dining hall. We are definitely going to the Elder Library still. Have to go through it anyway to get to the lower libraries. Elder Library will have the golden scale, so our first specialty item. Rather minor loot there, but more importantly, scrolls. Information seems to be the key here. We need to know who we can trust and what the hell is going on. I don't trust any of the interpreters or anyone who has anything to do with the prophecies. As far as I can see, they have the most to gain by trying to sabotage things. Doesn't mean that they're all in on it. Probably most aren't. Try not to face plant yourself in the fireplace. Special loot. The Imbris Analects finally arrived by ship, undamaged by the salt spray. Our agents were able to secure it, though the price was quite steep. Captain seemed surprised that the package contained no platinum or diamonds, as he could conceive of no object of greater value. It has been brought to the scribe room for immediate transcription. Transcription of receipt volumes must be current, with at least 3 true copies of all new works and 4 true copies of compendia. Acquisition of knowledge is an arduous journey. To lose what we have learned takes but a moment. Brethren and betrayers seek to destroy all that we have. Do not let sloth become his ally. Yes, we're lacking a huge amount of loot. Still, if we get the golden scales, we should be able to finish up the specialty food part of the objective. So we only need standard loot. What the hell do you... Yeah, Elder Library.
Oh? Back to my studies.
It happened again.
Is someone there?
Hmm?
I'm heading north, I'm heading towards the control chamber. Which is not where I want to be heading.
Just idle fancies.
Still, might provide access to interesting areas.
something moving.
Scribes. This would be the Elder Library. Elder Library then.
Well, nothing burns forever.
Two guards. That is bad. Still, the carpet should make movement here. Movement easy, knockdowns easy. Stay there, don't move a muscle. Don't think this is doable. Thank you. Wait there for a second. Until further notice, all glyph doors shall be sealed. Lower libraries. That would be, I guess, the golden scale. Oh, I'll get to it. Go to the second floor, try to figure out a way. Shouldn't be too tough. Scribe. Yes, the scribe should have a method of accessing it.
Greetings, revered elder.
To scold me as if I were yet a beginner in the scribarium. I am an elder.
How the hell do we access it? How did I look at it? There is no immediate way that I can see getting access to it. Still 49. Still lack quite a bit of loot. I'd really like to see what the scribes have been up to. Lower libraries is not that big of an area. Yeah. So, quick look at the scribes and then we'll go the lower libraries. Basically investigate the crime scene.
Why are you not about your work?
Are they detecting me? Okay, if I can get the woman, the rest will fall. That's pretty much it.
There was no noise. And if Elder Blighting catches me not studying...
Elder Blighting. Wonderful names these people have. Well, crap. And this guy has no reaction to anything. %. Special loot, 52%. Is that all the special loot now? Yes. So we just need a little bit of extra. Cardigas murder sites. And that's pretty much a wrap on this. Excellent. More libraries should be to the south. It's not on this floor. Lower floors. We visit everything. I'm not sure we did. At the same time, not sure I care. We don't need that much loot after all. So I'm sure we'll find something enough, at least enough on the lower levels. It's not a big area, but we don't need that much. Hall of Statues. Definitely don't want to go to Hall of Statues. Be a guard here. In a position where I can't do anything to him.
Whoever did this knows a lot more about glyphs than most keepers. That's not good.
Ah. It's actually the man himself, so to speak. Glyph user, glyph user, glyph user. Ah. Lexicography. Malcontent. Hammer. A member of the lower class who has publicly spoken against the worship of Builder. Malefactor. Hammer. One who has actively tried to harm the religion of the Builder. Could theoretically be applied to a Hammerite actively trying to harm the religion of the Woodlord, but not applied to such by the Hammerite Church. Manfool. Pagan. An unbeliever, especially an urban resident. Mechanist religion. A schism of the Hammerite religion. Is in any way formed by the prophet Karas. The Mechanists were characterized by a focus on machinery and technology and an overwhelming desire to destroy elements of nature. After the destruction of their primary cathedral, Soulforge, and the death of Karas, their religion was disbanded. See Hammerite Heresy Trials. I was there. Need 4 more percent. Be doable. Ovilni's Treatise on Sentience. To trace the history of the artifacts is to trace a history of strife and chaos. Where they appear, war follows, or catastrophe. Several factions have ascribed a beneficent purpose or even a religious origin to the artifacts that fall into their hands, but they delude themselves. An artifact serves no master but itself. To name them artifacts as if they shared one origin or motive is misleading. Several are sentient, but whether they share a common sentience is unknown. They have never gathered in one place. To speculate what might happen is beyond current knowledge, the end of the world or the beginning of something entirely new. Following the movements of these elusive objects is relatively easy as each subsequent owner falls prey to their influences. An exception to this is the crown, the whereabouts of which is unknown. References to it can be found in pagan mythologies who believe it was given by the trickster to an offshoot race, though we can find no evidence that this race ever existed. Accomplished. Missed out on a lot of loot, but good enough. Garrett. Surprised we are to see a note, a paper naming you by your very own name. Are you answering your questions, or are you simply questioning your answers? I know what you seek, and you seek what I know.
No one is supposed to know I'm here. So who left me this note?
One of the interpreters that read the future. Probably the little girl then. It would be sort of predictable in the sense that it would be a shape-shifting form that probably most will see as harmless one way or another, unintimidating. So it's would be a good form in general to take. You just for some reason can't take it seriously, even if you know, unless you really see that form do something devastating. Hall of Statues. South is where we want to go. We want to check the Hall of Statues before moving forward. East is not. East is where we need to go and where we must go. I'm sure we got enough loot here to pay for the equipment we used here.
This is the place, all right. Why do I smell a rat?
Terminus animus, take the power, the glyphs, the bindings, live, walk, talk, and obey. Yes, my will, my desires. Terminus animus, awake! Garrett is here among you somewhere. Seek, fetch, find him out. Crush him till breathing stops. Cut him till bleeding stops. Do not let him escape. Yes. I must leave you my helpers, my minions, my stone warriors, and secret myself away. Yes, must keep secret, must stay hidden a little while longer. Oh, so many secrets.
Okay. What are these? I doubt shooting broadhead arrows on them is gonna do anything. Wonder if anything will do anything.
Noise and noise and noise. Crush and kill.
shooting. And there's more of them. Yep. So sneaking might be the better option for us.
Find and catch and find and crush and find. Look again, find and catch and kill. Still here, yes, still here. Find it, catch it and crush and kill. Look again, find and catch and kill.
Okay, nasty statues.
Find and kill.
There ain't loot to be had here.
Catch and find and crush and crush.
Okay, there are more statues, definitely.
No one to kill, no one to kill. Nothing and nothing and no one.
Out of curiosity, is it even possible to take them down? With the explosives, sure. But no. The option to even strike did not come up. I'm not sure what to think about that. Because at least the machines could be disabled too. Here we seem to have creatures. Basically we can't do anything about. Yep. So even with a backstab on the fire arrow, we can't even kill a single one. So bullshit. Guess we'll have to adapt. Not like we can do anything else. And go east. Funnily enough, these type of creatures would be my first, or rather my worst nightmare in a D&D game too, if I played a rogue. Basically immune to backstabbing and all that stuff that makes the rogue worthwhile to play. So you lose all the advantages you have as a rogue and have nothing really left. It's not a bad choice for opponent, but at the same time it is a terrible choice. It's a dangerous opponent, sure, but it's also dull because you can't really do anything to it. So all the gameplay is reduced to very dull and I suppose basically explosives or evasion. Those are your options. If anything else is just waste of your time. Suppose we're here. Very close to exits. Do you want to try one more thing? How would a blunt weapon work? Don't think so, but
Gone and taken and gone and stolen and gone.
Bentley can't do anything.
Find and kill and find and kill and find.
Yeah, not in any way worth this. So, mission complete. That's good enough. Hopefully I don't have to engage though. I mean, hopefully those are not the only thing we have to engage in the run up to the end in this game. It's just funneling everything into a very narrow corridor as far as gameplay is concerned. Yeah, they're dangerous, but they're also incredibly dull.
I found more than I bargained for. A hideous old woman who makes statues walk, who is out for my blood and knows me by name. Orlan doesn't seem to have a clue, so I don't think he's my man after all. Artemis didn't leave me much to go on either. I managed to escape the ambush, but the Keepers still think I'm the enemy. In fact, I only know of one person who might be able to help me. A Hammerite named Inspector Drept.
Yeah, he was looking for basically a serial killer who left some kind of very drained bodies and always an old woman at the scene. So basically the keeper who's been draining people to extend her life. Where is this? We definitely need to do gain additional equipment. Assuming old quarter keeper compound. So Fort Ironwood is where we... No? No, I don't think so. It was some kind of a... Find Inspector Drept in Oldale to learn about the hack who set a trap for you in the Keeper compound. Enter Drept's workshop through the window. House faction, yeah, everything's cool. Old Quarter Graveyard. That's something we should do. They can't bury someone there as long as zombies keep regenerating. Old Quarter Graveyard, so it's in Port Ironwood. Or is it? I don't know. Fuck. Okay.
Ha! Sounds like somebody needs a good beating! Come on out! You'll be sorry for making this harder for me.
No. Yeah, I'll end here. We have to do some shopping anyway. But I'd like to see if I can do something about the zombie menace in this area. What was it in this area? More or less, this is still the old quarter, so I assume so. Although there appears to be a separate thing going to a graveyard. I don't know. We probably should just care about our own survival for a moment. So yeah, I'll end it here. We'll go meet with the Inspector. Which will be in Oldale. Do we have a map of Oldale? Yes. Old Quarter. Only entrance. Pub Plaza. Pump House. Museum. Park. So basically Hammerites, Pagans, and what else? Doesn't matter. We'll find out.